What you're looking at, folks, is the most hated and dreaded invasive species on the southern Gulf Islands and probably the whole Pacific coast of Canada. That Cytisus is the Latin name, and that is Scotch broom. It was introduced to our Pacific coast around 1850, I believe in Souk. Somebody brought some seeds over from Europe and put them as a garden plant, and then they escaped. And each plant produces probably about 20,000 seeds, maybe something like that. And they can lay dormant for 30 to 40 years in the soil. The soil gets disturbed, they're pretty much all viable. It's like a pea pod legume. The little pea pods there, those are the seeds. And then they're black and they're hard, and then those things bust open. Also a fire hazard. Bees love them though. They are quite fragrant. There's some with red in them. I guess they've hybridized. You'll see red splashes in them. They're actually quite a beautiful plant. Probably help with erosion control, but they will take over. So if you clear cut an area or you cut a lot of trees down and you don't do anything with that land, in a short time, these things will start to take over. And because a lot of times there may be seeds just sitting in that soil ready to get going, and once you've disturbed that earth, then the broom takes over. So these are growing on a dry, rocky slope with native Douglas fir. There's holodiscus discolor in there coming into bloom. That's native ocean spray. Another invasive species is the hawthorn, the May tree, native to Europe. And then there's native arbutus growing in there. There's Gary oaks growing up on the slope, on the rock in the distance. So I'm down in the Burgoyne Valley. So anyway, you visit our coast and you see these beautiful yellow plants growing all along the roadsides and open fields. It is Scotch broom. And I think most people on this island probably despise it. I think it looks beautiful. There are groups of people that cut this stuff down and they chip it, which is probably a good thing. I hear the smoke is toxic if you burn it, so it's probably better to chip it. And it's best to cut it in bloom, because that way there's no seeds on it. The worst time to cut it is when there's seeds on it, when they're ripe and ready, because then you're just spreading the seeds around. So anyway, hope you learned a little something today about these yellow flowering shrubs / small trees that grow all over our southwest coast. In abundance. There's also gorse as well, so don't get them confused. Ulix europaeus is a prickly one from Scotland, and it also has yellow flowers on it as well. And it self-seeds profusely in dry, usually open areas. This stuff likes well-draining soil, super drought tolerant, fast-growing, lots of sunshine. That's the key to growing. You won't see it usually growing in any shaded spots. So dry, poor soil, and that's where broom grows. Right under those Douglas fir trees and the native plants. All right, thanks for watching. Cheers.